Friends, in the last class we have discussed about the characteristics of genetic material, characteristics of DNA and characteristics of RNA. In this class, let us discuss about DNA replication. DNA replication. DNA replication is the process in which the parental DNA produces two similar copies of sister DNAs. DNA replication is the process in which parental DNA give rise to two exactly similar daughter DNAs or sister DNAs or daughter DNAs. DNA replication is nothing but the formation of multiple copies of DNA. It is one of the characteristic feature of genetic material. Genetic material should be able to undergo replication, or it should be able to produce multiple copies. Here, by the replication process, parental DNA gives rise to two exactly similar sister DNAs. DNA replication takes place during the S phase of interphase. DNA replication takes place during the S phase of interphase, just before cell division. In the interphase stage, cell prepare itself for the cell division. During S phase or during synthesis phase, S means synthesis. During synthesis phase of interphase or just before cell division, DNA replication takes place. In 1953, Watson and Crick said that DNA replication is semi-conservative type. Watson and Crick only proposed the DNA double helix model, and Watson and Crick only said that DNA replication is semi-conservative type. They said that DNA replication is semi-conservative type. What is semi-conservative type of DNA replication? According to semi-conservative type of DNA replication, the parental DNA unwinds. During DNA replication, what happens? The parental DNA unwinds. DNA contains two polynucleotide strands, and two polynucleotide strands are helically coiled. They are helically coiled around each other. But during DNA replication, the two strands of the parental DNA unwinds like this. It gets separated. Then each strand of the DNA, each polynucleotide strand act as a template. DNA contains two polynucleotide strands. The two polynucleotide strand unwinds. Then each polynucleotide strand act as a template. Means each polynucleotide strand guides the synthesis of new polynucleotide strand. Each polynucleotide strand acts as a template, and this template guides the synthesis of new polynucleotide strand. Clear? This is about semi-conservative type. That means during semi-conservative type of DNA replication, in the newly synthesized DNA, one of the parental polynucleotide strand is conserved. One of the parental polynucleotide strand is conserved in the newly synthesized DNA. Hence, the DNA replication is called as semi-conservative type. That means, consider this is the DNA molecule. DNA molecule which is having 2 polynucleotide strand. In that, one polynucleotide strand is having 3' to 5' orientation and another polynucleotide strand is having 5' to 3' orientation. These are the 2 polynucleotide strands of the parental DNA. This is the parent DNA. Then these 2 polynucleotide strand get separated, unwinds, or 2 polynucleotide strand gets separated like this. And each separated polynucleotide strand act as a template which guides the synthesis of new polynucleotide strand. See, this is the new polynucleotide strand and this one is the new polynucleotide strand. Means these 2 are new DNAs. In this new DNA, one of the parental polynucleotide strand is conserved. In the new DNA, one of the polynucleotide strand of the parental DNA is conserved. Hence, DNA replication is called as semi-conservative type. It is experimentally proved by Michelson and Stahl. Michelson and Stahl experimentally proved that DNA replication is semi-conservative type using E. coli. E. coli is the bacteria. Now let us discuss about the experimental proof for semi-conservative type of DNA replication. Experimental proof for semi-conservative type of DNA replication, or it is also called as Michelson and Stahl experiment. Experimental proof. Experimental proof for semi-conservative type of DNA replication. Or it is also called as Michelson and Stahl experiment. Michelson and Stahl experiment. Michelson and Stahl experiment. Matthew Michelson and Franklin Stahl. Matthew Michelson and Franklin Stahl in 1958. Matthew Michelson and Franklin Stahl carried out an experiment on E. coli. They carried out an experiment on bacterium E. coli and proved that DNA replication is semi-conservative type. For this experiment, Michelson and Stahl also used the heavy isotope of nitrogen. Normal nitrogen means N14. N14 is the normal nitrogen. Normal nitrogen is N14. Heavy isotope of nitrogen. Heavy isotope of nitrogen is nothing but N15. Heavy isotope of nitrogen means N15. It is the heavy isotope of nitrogen. They used the heavy isotope of nitrogen for their experiment. First, they grew some E. coli cells in the medium containing heavy isotope of nitrogen, that is ammonium chloride. For their experiment, they grew some E. coli cells, or they grown some E. coli cells in culture medium containing ammonium chloride, NH4Cl. But this is the heavy isotope of nitrogen. N15 is the heavy isotope of nitrogen. They grew some E. coli cells in the culture medium containing ammonium chloride, that is heavy isotope of nitrogen, for few cell generation. For example, they grew E. coli cells in this culture medium for about 14 cell generations. Because of this N15 get incorporated, N15 got incorporated into the newly synthesized DNA. In the normal DNAs, N14 is present in the nitrogenous bases. Purines and pyrimidines of DNA contains nitrogen. Normally, N14 is present in the DNA. But here they grown some E. coli cells in the culture medium containing heavy isotopes of nitrogen, that is N15. Hence, this N15 got incorporated. Due to this, N15 got incorporated into new DNA. It got incorporated into newly synthesized DNA. Normally DNA contains N14, but here this DNA contains N15. By using centrifugation technique, one can differentiate the DNA containing normal nitrogen and DNA containing the heavy isotopes of nitrogen. Means after this they centrifuged this DNA. They extracted the DNA from this sample. From this sample they extracted the DNA, and here this DNA contains N15, right? After that, after the extraction, they centrifuged this DNA. They extracted the DNA and centrifuged the DNA. Centrifuged in cesium chloride solution. They centrifuged in cesium chloride density gradient. They centrifuged the samples using cesium chloride solution. Clear? By this centrifugation technique, they differentiated the normal DNAs, means DNA containing N14, and heavy DNA, means DNA containing N15. Clear? When they centrifuged this sample, they got heavy DNA. Heavy DNA is nothing but DNA containing N15. DNA with N15 means heavy isotope of nitrogen, that is called heavy DNA. After this, they transferred the same E. coli cells into the culture medium containing N14 or normal nitrogen. They transferred the same E. coli. After this, they transferred the same E. coli into culture medium containing N14, means ammonium chloride, but here nitrogen is normal. N14, normal nitrogen is present for few generations. E. coli completes one generation in 20 minutes. E. coli completes one generation in 20 minutes, means for its replication it takes just 20 minutes. After each generation, they took the sample. After each generation, means after every 20 minutes, they took the sample, they centrifuged the sample in order to observe the presence of normal DNA or heavy DNA or intermediate DNA. Clear? they transferred the same E. coli cells into the culture medium containing ammonium chloride, that is normal nitrogen. Then at specific time interval, they took the sample and centrifuged. After 20 minutes, after 20 minutes means after one generation. After one generation or after 20 minutes, they took the sample, then centrifuge. After 20 minutes, they extracted the DNA, then they centrifuged this sample. They centrifuged the sample, right? Here they got intermediate hybrid DNA. After 20 minutes, they got intermediate hybrid DNA. Got intermediate hybrid. They got intermediate hybrid DNA. Then after 40 minutes, means after second generation, it completes 2 generations in 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, means after the completion of 2 generations, again they extracted the DNA, then they centrifuged the sample, they extracted DNA, then centrifuged, and they got light DNA, equal amount of light DNA and equal amount of hybrid DNA. Centrifuged and got equal amount of light and hybrid DNA. Light DNA is nothing but DNA containing N14. Light DNA is nothing but DNA containing N14. Hybrid DNA is nothing but DNA containing both N14 and N15. DNA containing N14. Only N14 means that is light DNA. DNA containing both N14 and N15 is called hybrid DNA. Heavy DNA is nothing but DNA containing only here. Heavy DNA means DNA containing only N15. Now let me explain this experiment by the help of the diagram. Okay. First, Messelson and Stahl took normal DNA. Normal DNA means DNA containing N14. Then they grew E. coli cells in the culture medium containing N15 or heavy isotope of nitrogen. Culture medium containing ammonium chloride. At that time, what happened? N15 got incorporated into the newly synthesized DNA. Say, this is the newly synthesized DNA containing heavy isotope of nitrogen. Newly synthesized DNA containing heavy isotope of nitrogen, N15. I'll use this ink. This is the heavy isotope of nitrogen, means DNA containing N15. Then after that, they transferred this E. coli cells into the culture medium containing normal nitrogen, means ammonium chloride containing normal nitrogen. They transferred into the culture medium containing normal nitrogen. Then after 20 minutes, they took the sample, extracted the DNA, then centrifuged. Right? After 20 minutes, what happens? This DNA replicates, means the two strands of the DNA get separated like this. two strands of the DNA gets separated and produces two new polynucleotide strands. But remember, now this DNA or E. coli cell is in the medium containing normal nitrogen, hence the newly synthesized polynucleotide strand contains N14. These two are the newly synthesized polynucleotide strands containing N14, whereas the parental polynucleotide strand contains N15. Parental polynucleotide strand contains N15, whereas the newly synthesized polynucleotide strand contains N14. Then after 20 more minutes means after second generation, once again they took the sample, they extracted the DNA, then they centrifuged the sample. After 40 minutes, what happens? Here, these two DNA, polynucleotide strands of these two DNA get separated, act as a template and synthesizes new polynucleotide strand. That means like this. This is the one polynucleotide strand. I'll draw this here. After 20 minutes means total 40 minutes. Here the two polynucleotide strands of the DNA gets separated like this. This is one polynucleotide strand and this is another polynucleotide strand containing N15. This also contains N15. Whereas this is the another polynucleotide strand containing normal nitrogen or DNA with normal nitrogen. Okay, then the formation of new polynucleotide strand takes place in the medium containing normal nitrogen like this. It is produced like this. Here, after 40 minutes, you can observe the formation of two hybrid DNAs. These two are hybrid DNA. These two are hybrid DNA and these two are the normal DNAs. Normal DNA. Two hybrid DNA are produced and two normal DNAs are produced. Normal DNA means DNA containing N14. DNA containing N14 is normal DNA, means after 40 minutes 50% of normal DNA and 50% of hybrid DNA are produced. Normal DNA are also called as light DNA. 50% of light DNA and 50% of heavy DNA. 50% of intermediate hybrid means containing N15 as well as N14. See here, this is N14. This is also N14 and this one is N15. This is hybrid and this is also hybrid DNA. 50% of hybrid DNA and 50% of normal or light DNA. This proves that DNA replication is semi-conservative type. Then Michelson and after the Michelson and Stahl experiment, Taylor and his colleagues conducted an experiment on Vicia faba. Taylor and colleagues conducted an experiment on Vicia faba or broad beans plant to prove that DNA in chromosomes also shows semi-conservative type of replication. Taylor and colleagues conducted same type of experiment on Vicia faba or broad beans plant to prove that DNA in the chromosome also shows semi-conservative type of DNA replication. So this is about semi-conservative type of DNA replication. In the next class, let us discuss about the process of DNA replication or steps of DNA replication. Thank you.